want to make sure that if you do nothing else properly, make sure you plan your move out and make sure you execute your move out, because that's going to help you down line have a more accurate presentation and process. So I'm going to go ahead and execute. And so it says, okay, now that all that means is the guy's out, or the lady. I can't remember which we have here. Out. All right, so the next thing we're going to do, if we need to, is view the inspection, which we certainly can do. But in this case, we're going to go ahead and pop into enter charges. Now, this process is kind of unique in that you could do the process right here on this little screen, or you can do it at the register, which I happen to prefer. You could put in a charge here. Let's say they've moved out and we decide that we're going to do a cleaning fee. You must put in a comment. It would be, how about above average mess? And that cleaning fee is going to be $200. Then I can hit apply and it'll pop it right onto the register. Well, let's imagine that I want to see my whole register before I get all busy putting in these charges. Remember, I always have the ability to leave that particular screen and go to any bit of my lease notebook to find out details. If I don't see what I need here, this is just keeping me on target. What I need to do, in my case, to get my mind straight, I like to look at the register. I'm a big fan of looking at the register as much as you can. So I see here, remember I added that cleaning fee, and that was $200. There's already a late fee on there. PropertyBoss is encouraging me to go ahead and post a transaction. The reason it wants me to post a transaction is because I can see that it wants desperately to do its auto post, but it needs everything on the books before it can do what it does. So I'm going to go ahead and execute that, get that done. All right. So now here's my scenario. I am going to go ahead and add the rest of my charges in. So I'm going to do it right here at the register because I want to. Excuse me, it's up here. And I'm going to enter damages. All right, and that's going to be as of today because I finally got my business together and I went out there and inspected it. It's going to be as of today, and it's going to be $5,500 because they really left the place a wreck. Okay, so as you can see, we have a balance at the end of the day of this $5,750 that's left over when we see all of the things that are yet to be paid. Now, one thing we want to keep in mind as we're moving people out is we do have the ability to adjust what's been applied where. If that helps how you take in the money or how you deliver the money or what's owed or how important someone that's owed. So remember, as you're moving someone out, you can look at their payments and you can always have the opportunity to determine how those payments are going to get applied. So it looks like before they moved out, they had prepaid for some things. So I'm going to say, you know what? In my case, I want as much as possible to go to rent. And I still have $50 left over. Yep, that's going to go to that utility. And this late fee, cleaning fee, damage fee, these are all going to remain open from that payment in this scenario. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take an eyeful here. I like to know what's going on in my register. Now I can always go back to my move screen and let's just imagine I've put in all the charges I can possibly think of. Some of the charges I might have entered a week ago, some of the charges I might have put in today. Anything that I can think of that I need to cover, I have covered, at which time I will check that I'm done with my enter charges.